Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Path to Wellness. Today we have raw coconut girl, Magdalena, and she has been an 8-year fruitarian, and she is a detox specialist located in Maui, Hawaii. So thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I've seen you a lot on YouTube and Instagram. So let's just get right into it. Tell us your story. How and why did you get started on a fruitarian, fruit-based diet? Did you have health issues? What were you able to resolve and overcome? And how did this all get going?
Oh man, that's a long story. I will try to, make it quick and short. Um, so I would have to come back to my childhood, to be honest, because I was intuitively following fruits since I was a little girl. I always wanted to eat nothing but fruits, and my parents were so like kind of like, ooh, is that right? Is this what she should do? Let's put her, some meat in her. Let's feed her with some dairy, and we'll see how it goes. She needs other nutrition than that. So, they were like, they didn't know.
Yeah.
My mom was the only one who was supporting me deeply, and really, she was feeding me with the fruits all the time. And she's like, just don't let daddy know that you just had like a bowl of fruit.
Yeah.
Instead of like a dinner or whatever. So I enjoyed that so much as a kid, but I also went through that heavy food combining uh, um, um, tradition. So
Hmm.
I was going through some difficulties with that, and that got me to the point where I got really in a bad shape with my health.
Hmm.
I It started from actually menstruation when I was like 15. I got my first like menstruation cycle, and then I lost my period at all. Like I didn't
Mm.
menstruate. And they told me I'm going through menopause already, early menopause. I'm like, I just started my period. What the heck?
What? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going through so many like before I was like pretty like healthy when I was on fruits, but there were episodes when I was like super sick. I was always on antibiotics when I was a kid.
Mm.
Tons of antibiotics. Like you could see it in my iris. Like when I did iridology, uh, I was just like, oh my gosh, so many drug deposits. Like so much accumulation of the heavy metals and toxins from
Mm.
antibiotics and all of that
Hmm.
sulfur accumulation. So so that was with me throughout the years, and hope luckily I was able to, like, I have strong genes,
Hmm.
blessed me. But that's why my detox journey was a little softer, smoother on me, and I could handle more stuff. And diving deeper into it was easier for me than for other people. Um, the stronger genes you have, the more possibility you have like to go smoothly through detox journey, and also you can heal actually anything. You
Hmm.
know, with the strong genes. So I was really, really happy about that after discovering it, because I knew always that I had strong genes from my grandma, great grandma, and things like that. These things, right? If you
Hmm.
are like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So so I was just like thinking positive and just following it. And then yeah, then my life collapsed when I was just like 15. Started from that period when they told me that I have like issues in my reproductive system, that I have cancer there, and like I was in such a young age, and they were trying to like find something like a fibrocystic breast, so all this feminine issue that I started
Hmm.
having. um and yeah, and basically I remember, I was just intuitively jumping on fruits when I finally had that ability to take control over my life and stop like having my parents to do that.
Hmm.
Then I was just like free completely. So, in Poland, when you are 18, you are already considered as adult. So it's not like you need to be 21. So
Hmm.
I in that stage, I and a little sooner than that, I already took control over my like over everything about my health, my being independent on all stages. I could afford my fruit, you know, and stuff like that. So I could just like, I was focusing on all of that to just get better always. That was my always goal. Yeah.
And this was in, you said this was in Poland, you said?
That was back to Poland. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. When I was raised. Yeah.
Yeah. So you so you obviously got started on a fruit diet over in Poland. Are you able to find, I'm not sure what the weather is there and stuff, but were you able to find okay fruit and stuff in Poland?
That's a good question. We have 4 seasons.
Mm.
You know, it was difficult back then. I had nothing but apples, to be honest. Apples, oranges, nectarines, tangerines, maybe
Mm.
tangerines, not nectarines, yeah, but they're like, you know, coming from different countries, like in Europe, warmer, like a Spain or you know, whatever they grow them. More like citruses, apples, plums,
Mm.
cherries, gooseberries. They were my favorite, and I was missing them so much here in the States because I can't find the real gooseberries here.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think I've had that.
right? It's like
Yeah.
it's amazing, and you have different colors of it too. So there's like white, red, and darker red.
Wow.
Yeah, currants, a lot of currants. Um, you know, like other like varieties of apples. I think we have the most amazing apples in the whole entire world.
Nice. So,
There's-
so you and you've been on, you said you've been on fruit for 8 years, a high fruit diet. What were you able to fix health wise, you know, since you were able to take control of your health and go on high fruit?
Hi, for you know, a lot of health issues. First of all, it started from I would say my knee, because I went through tragic ski accident. I had a
Oh,
tragic ski accident back to 2017. I was on a wheelchair for a while. I had 4 surgeries where 3 of them weren't done correctly.
mm.
So I went through a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of anesthesias. I
Oh
was like
yeah.
anesthesia 4 times
Mm.
during a short period of time. Um, so that has helped me a lot, and doctors were shocked how fast I healed after each surgery, how fast I got.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the Stanford actually fixed my leg. So that Stanford doctor. So I'm
Mm.
so appreciative for that, because they fixed my leg. They put it together the way it should be, because there
Mm.
was like a screw sitting in my leg that it shouldn't be there. They
Oh.
left the screw, and it was irritating my bone. That's why I was limping for 9 months. No one could figure out why, but they kept opening up that leg and that knee, and they couldn't find the reason why she is limping, why
Mm.
she can't just walk normal, you know.
Man, that must have been painful.
I was trying, you know, they put my leg in a like special design brace that I could even pick the color. And I picked the white and teal one because these were my favorite colors. So I had that fancy looking, you know, made by like a really good hospital, and a company like brace that was worth like 2K. It was just like super crazy expensive thing. And so I was keeping my leg in the brace for like 30 minutes mornings in the evenings. So imagine having something that it's like something that it's not allowing you to strain your leg to 0 degrees, because there's a screw like
Mm.
on that kneecap, right? Where
Wow.
it should be. So how can you possibly do it? You can actually break your leg even more. So they were like pushing, that machine was like, the brace was pushing to 0 degrees to like extend my leg to like, it put so much pressure. My mom was calling it like a torture. Are you going to torture yourself to?
Oh,
Yeah, it
wow.
was horrible. Like my parents were crying when they saw me. And I was just like, I can do it, I can do it, you know, and no painkillers, nothing. Like I didn't take anything, to be honest. I built up such a high tolerance of pain through all that time that I was just like a killer. But I'm happy that it happened. That I learned so much, and I proved myself, especially in others, but myself, focusing on myself, because I didn't do it for others, just for like myself, to prove myself that I can heal anything. And I walk, dance, jump. I don't have issues with that, where I've been told that I won't be able to do that. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's great. That's great that you're able to fix that issue.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I am like, really, I am even amazed, you know, like I'm not like surprised, because I always see myself walking in a future. Like I was picturing myself, I'm walking. There's no doubt about it that there will be like a different way of me, like on this planet. Like this is how I have to be here, to in order to help others. I need to be able, yeah, to walk.
Yeah.
I can be on a wheelchair. Um,
Yeah.
so there was no even way. And purposely I was even like getting up from the wheelchair many times using crutches, and I hurt my back because of it, because I didn't want to use the wheelchair. And the doctors were like, no, you need to use the wheelchair, you're gonna hurt your back. I'm like, no, I won't, you know. So I was very stubborn. I didn't even want to use wheelchair for most of the time when I should.
Mm-hmm.
And I hurt my back badly because you know, the back was like this, like I twisted like completely one side, like one way, like all the pressure was basically on that side where the was bent. So, and yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, I hurt myself purposely, not purposely, whatever. I didn't mean to, but I wanted to walk so badly.
That you were doing anything you could. Yeah. So now that you're in Maui, how long have you been in Maui for? Like, how long
And
have you lived there?
about 4 years.
4 years. How's the
Mm.
fruit? How's the fruit and the food there in Maui? Is it pretty good?
Amazing. Amazing. You know, so it was a little shocking to me because I moved from California to Maui,
Mm-hmm.
and I had really good access to all the fruit back to California. I had amazing mangoes, I had amazing papayas, I had amazing watermelons, like black seeded watermelons,
Yeah.
persimmons, all these yummy like yummy jackfruit all over Whole Foods. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, they have jackfruit in California. That's so cool. Dates, like really from really good farms.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent like 2 months on mangoes, only bananas, like all other fruits that I could get. You know,
Mm-hmm.
persimmons. And then I got here, and I'm like, great. Like this is an island. They don't even sell coconuts in the store. Like, what the heck is
Wow.
that? You know, like what the frog? Where can I find all the fruit? Um,
Yeah.
so that was challenging at the beginning, but within time when I learned where to find a good quality fruit,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then it was easier, and now it's like easy peasy. Now it's like
Just
no
have to know where
problem.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, I think you attract people alike. You attract alike people because you're the energy, right?
Mm.
So the frequency that you're creating, it's just like clear and pure. So you're gonna get the same feedback,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like I went to the farmers market the other day, and I got half of my fruit for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you guys. Like, I love it. No, we love you. Do what you do. You help people. Like, you know, like we want you to
Yeah.
be healthy too. So, amazing, amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, I really love living here, and I wouldn't change it to anything else. Even though, you know, it can be challenging, but it's again, to me, it's building me up even more. Like, it's my, you know, it's like haters are your elevators, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
so it's same with that. All the obstacles are just like elevating me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, how about like water fasting or juice feasting? Do you have any experience with that? What's your experience with that? Water fasting?
Water fasting. I am a big supporter of all these cleansings. I think juice fast, water fast can be extremely powerful to our bodies. However, I wouldn't recommend it on everyone,
Hmm.
and I would be super careful about it because I would never put anyone on a water fast without a uh, um, proper.
Supervision.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you want to hydrate your body first before jumping on a water fast. Like, honestly, I would say now after 8 years of hydration, okay, I can do water fast if I
Yeah.
would really want to. But do I want it? No, I feel like it's a lot of putting a lot of extra pressure on you if you don't feel it here.
Hmm.
Like I have to feel like the Holy Spirit in me telling me this is what you do. So everything is just aligned, like with your body, mind, and soul. It's not like just do it because everyone else is doing it, right?
Hmm. I see.
Yeah. But I would be very careful because there are many people that hurt themselves due to the water fast, but there are many people that are healed
Yeah.
uh at the body and a lot
I think
of
if you have
things.
good guidance would be good if you're doing a long water fast.
So I'm not a big fan of long water fasts, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh,
Like
okay. Yeah.
juice cleanses. Even though I've done 40 days on grape juice and
Oh, okay.
coconuts as well.
Yeah.
Coconuts, like all these other fruit juices. I did vegetable juice in the past and didn't like it that much. Um, I did all of these juice fasts, and I need to tell you the most pinch like kick I got if I did short a juice fast, because you're like giving that extra power to the body. Like, let's say you are like all. That's why we recommend taught by Dr. Morse, and I agreed fully with that. Um, that we should do it, gradually and short, for a short period of time because we have a digestive system for a reason.
Hmm.
So I don't understand why someone would do 100 days of juice fast. There is no need for that. Honestly, the key is to heal on full fruits because, in my opinion, they have the most, like, this is the most natural state you can have your food in. And it's like the most, has a lot of nutrients that, you also give the body time to digest, right? You
Hmm.
already start your digestive process through your mouth, like when you are like mixing the food with the saliva. That's already giving a sign to the brain, to your stomach, that, oh, there is a digestion started just now, so you
Yeah.
give it time, you chew on food, right? Usually when we drink juices, it's like go 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 go, done, we can drink
Quick.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should like chew on the juice, we should eat our juice, you
Exactly.
know
I've heard that. Yeah.
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 So I'm not a big fan, honestly, but if it's like a short like time, like I like to do a weekly juice fast, once in a week or twice a week. I like that, sure,
Mm.
but it has to be also here. It's not
Yeah.
like I do it every week because that's my schedule and that's what I should do, and oh, because this in my calendar, I put it that I'm sticking to it. No, I don't put anything in the calendar. I don't even write down things what I done, to be honest, and I regret a little bit. But I don't want to stick to any history harmonogram. I want to be independent, like free. You know?
I, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You don't want to commit to anything specific necessarily. Just
Yeah.
whatever you feel is what you're gonna do.
So
Yeah.
even with the juice fast, let's say I did 40 days, but I've never said I did actually 43 days. So I didn't do like, oh, I'm gonna hit that goal of 40 days. No.
Hmm. Yeah.
When I was like on the 20th, I was feeling so amazingly that I had that Holy Spirit, do it more, do it more. And on the day 43rd, I felt like, oh my God, I need to eat
Hmm.
badly. like my body was just like exhausted. That was enough, but I felt great until that moment, and I knew I am fine and I should just follow, uh, you know, another way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I was gradually coming back to eating normal food, which is also difficult, guys, because some people are jumping right on eating whole food, whole fruits, and that was the hardest for me, that transition, not juice fast itself,
Hmm.
but transition, because I really wanted to chew on the food.
Yeah, you're ready.
And I was having cravings then for the other fruit. Oh, this papaya. Oh no, I need to still wait. It's not as watery as it should be. So I need to start from melons, watermelons, and go
Work your
there.
way up. Yeah.
And that was hard. That was hard. So yeah, then you can experience some side effects. I don't know. Have you ever had like any juice fast or?
I've done like 10 days on juice. So just 10 days.
And see,
Yeah.
did you feel that energy, that the power of that electromagnetic field, like it's coming, from the fruits, but in a healthy way, like they're
Hmm.
all like packed in all these amazing uh, uh, things that are really good to our body.
Oh yeah, all
Like,
the nutrition, and I mean it's great for sure. And I try to eat as much fruit as I can. Still working
yeah.
on it, but so what do you typically eat like in a day? Like how like when and like how much do you eat and when do you eat? Do you do intermittent fasting or do you just eat whenever you feel like it? How does that work?
I do dry fast sometimes every day, or intermittent fast, short or longer. I don't really mind touching water. So it's kind of like when I, let's say, do dry fast, I still touch the water or brush my teeth. So I'm not
Mm,
like, uh, I used to be more strict because I wanted to heal and make my kidneys filtering, and stuff like that. So, uh, uh, yeah, so I was focusing on that a lot, but now I'm more like chillax, and like I'm more enjoy it rather than just focusing on healing. I enjoyed it always, don't get me wrong, but I was focused on healing all the time. And
hmm.
now I'm having fun. Now I'm just like, okay, I'm hungry. If I would be hungry in the middle of the night, I would still eat.
Hmm. Just eat whenever you're hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do
So
you eat only fruit or just mainly fruit? Like what do you typically like eat? What would you typically eat in a day?
So I follow the frugivore diet, natural. Whatever my body is craving now, like now I know I can trust my body 100%
Hmm.
after so many years. Because at the beginning, I could, like, you can't trust your body too much. The body
Mm.
can crave a lot of things, and you are like, no, I know this is
It's the
this
wrong
is
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is not what my body wants. The worms and other acids want it, but not
Yeah.
necessarily. So I figured out that I I actually stopped having these like cravings, all of that. I never had to worry about it. But yeah, um, I noticed definitely um, a lot of changes on that aspect of hydration. The more I hydrated, I became, the less I required even to eat
Mm, yeah.
during
I
the
hear that a
day.
lot. Yeah.
I eat fruits, or like frugivore species, right?
Mm.
But also fruitarian people still eat some salads if they
Yeah.
crave.
Oh
And
yeah.
we, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's not like I'm. That's why I don't like to put myself in a box. Even though I don't mind if someone calls me fruitarian, it's sure, of course, because that's what I'm qualified under.
Yeah.
But am I calling myself fruitarian? No, I like to call myself frugivore. Like,
Frugivore. Okay.
yeah, I'm like, I eat this, and I appreciate, like, when I had videos, interviews with other people, they always like put the title fruitarian, because that's true. But
Hmm.
do I like being put in a box? No, because I feel it's like with being vegan, they're vegans and vegans. Doesn't mean that you are under one certain category and you are this way, you're this way, because people like to just categorize people and put labels on them. And I
Yeah.
don't really necessarily agree with that. So, uh, but yes, I do fruits all the time, and I have salads occasionally if I
Mhm.
crave them with veggie fruits, but they're still fruits.
Yeah.
And herbs. I think was like 2 days ago. I had some lettuce wraps, and did I like them? No, they had no flavor. I'm like, after that salad, like I had lettuce, basically tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini. That's all, And I had really good heirloom tomatoes.
Mhm.
So, and I ate that, and I'm like, oh, that was cool. That one first bite, but then, like when I was chewing, my mouth was hurting me. I'm like, oh, like a cow, because you need to be very careful. You need to they start digesting in your mouth. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and that was, I don't have that issue when I eat fruit. Like
Yeah.
no, my mouth doesn't hurt me. So it's something weird too, right? That
Yeah.
it's just like a lot of
Too much
muscle.
chewing.
Yeah, I feel like a cow,
Yeah.
and I'm like that lettuce. Holy guacamole! I can't. So I finished that, of course, because I don't like wasting food, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna just like blend that lettuce, and I'm gonna dehydrate it and make maybe something out of it, so it's more like easier for me to maybe in a crunchy way will be easier,
Yeah. Yeah.
still raw and very low temperature.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, but mostly I like to mix my like vegetables or fruit vegetables with herbs.
I see. So
Yeah.
you take you have herbs. Do you do other supplements or not really? Do you do other supplements like B12, things like that or not?
I don't believe in the
Yeah.
world of supplements.
Yeah.
The only thing I trust are herbs,
Okay.
botanicals, wild harvested,
Mhm.
um, wild crafted. I like everything that it's natural, and it's not isolated.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, I take my supplements are my fruits. These are my supplement. Uh, and all these things that I mentioned you before, that I healed my knee and other things, that the knee is just like when it's like started like the deep healing on a cerebral level, but I also healed tons of things, and I think we would spend hours here to talk about it. So it's good that if someone would like to like read more of my story, it's available on my website at
Yeah.
rockcoconutgirl.com, my YouTube channel where I share my story.
And I'm going to link all that in the description box so that way everyone can check you out and know how to get in
Sure.
contact with you too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would appreciate that. That would
Yeah.
be, I think, easier for everyone. And um, but of course, like we can always like talk about it because I'm open. I love talking about health, and especially about what I healed. Like I don't talk about my clients. This is more like too private, and I don't like to. I keep everything private for them, unless just like giving an example
Mhm.
what I experienced through, with them, what they healed in general.
Mhm.
But I like talking the most about myself because I'm the one who experienced that. So that's the most believable experience, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
are there any examples that you want to share of maybe someone you've worked with that they've been able to heal something, or do you want to just keep that
Absolutely.
step?
I healed my pancreas. I had really bad issues with my pancreas after these surgeries, especially difficulties with digestion. I had mold overgrown all over my body. I had uh, fungal issues. That's the main reason what I can say. Candida,
Hmm.
Helicobacter pylori, whatever you call it here. Spell it. Uh, oh my gosh, I had like a vision issues. They're all went away. Like I don't have that anymore.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, I see colors very vibrant, and like I see different dimensions. Like I can't explain. Like I can look at the sky now and I see just like the astral world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All the planets that are there, but I can't reach them because I'm not in that dimension. Because I'm,
Wow.
yes, it's crazy. So sometimes it's just like, it's like I love hanging out with friends, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna pass on that meeting, and I just gonna cruise around in my mind, and just like I'm gonna be floating. Yeah, I love
Cool.
that a lot. Um, but anyway, what happened to me, I healed difficulties with sleeping. I wouldn't call it insomnia, but I had sleeping issues in the
Hmm.
past. Chronic fatigue problems. I healed
Wow.
that too. Yeah, ovarian cysts, a
Yeah.
fibrocystic breast that were big. Enamel issues, like
Yeah.
with my teeth going just through detox, like, and now like I'm regenerating my teeth beautifully, like no issues with that. Um, um, hair, everything, skin.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh, and actually, it's amazing because I keep getting questions like from ladies, like, where are you going to the gym? Like, I'm like, I'm not. And it's not like I'm lazy or something. No, I'm very active. I do activities. I'm strong. I can lift stuff if I need to, like I do everything what I need to. I'm required to.
Hmm.
Uh, and that gets you toned. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Get all the strength and power from just daily activities. And I'm super active. I like, my friend was visiting me the other day, uh, and he was just like, Magdalena, have you ever like slowed down? Like, we just were in 5 places already, and it's like 10 a.m. only. And I was just like, no, that's my life. Like, I love it. Like,
So
this.
plenty of energy with the fruit then.
I kind of am like, oh my gosh, is anyone that can follow me? So sometimes I need to calm down, and I eat more
Yeah.
fat. I eat more salad. I force myself basically that few days ago. I'm like, I'm forcing myself to have salad because I'm going to deal with the DMV tomorrow. That was like a few days ago, and I need to handle like all that situation in a way like I would handle as a normal, decent human being on this planet. So not like cruising out there, but like being here.
Hmm.
So I needed to just do it, and I had like uh, um, a lot of avocado and lettuce to just do this, and then
Uh,
like I didn't feel well, but I finally felt that a human experience deeper, if that makes sense. It's
yeah.
weird. I feel like this is just my vehicle, and I'm just like entering here, but I'm out there too. Like
Wow.
a different. Yeah, it's crazy. Like you opening up so many doors, and the energy with like you see, like I learned a lot about like energy throughout that process too, and I talk with my masters through just like like what was that, yesterday, 2 days ago, I was just like, mom, like I need to tell you, like my mom is my best friend and she's very spiritual. So I told her, mom, like I had such a weird experience today. I saw a reptilian that was horrible. I've never seen
Wow.
a person like this before, and it showed up my way. And the way, like he didn't like my energy because the light is too bright, right? So it's
Hmm.
just like, they don't like good energy. So that was very weird experience. I may share that one day because that I'm still trying to process that and like connect dots and how that happened and what was that about. I kind of am figuring out now after a few days later, but yeah, this. And then one lady called me yesterday. She got a number from one of my friends from the vendors, from one of the vendors in the local farmers market, and she reached out to me saying that she needs help with her health, and
Hmm.
she's like, and your name is Lena, right? I'm like, Magdalena. And she's like, no way. I'm like, yes way. And we're like, why? And she's like, I was praying for Magdalena to come to me last week because my best friend, her name, she was Polish. Her name was Magdalena, and I think she passed away or something like that. She lost her, and
Oh,
she
wow.
a Magdalena in her life, so she was praying for Magdalena to come and help her with her health because she was helping her back then.
That's
And
amazing.
and she's just like, I need to tell you that story. It's so deeply rooted somewhere. And I'm like, wow. And she's like, I know you think I'm a freak. I'm like, no, I think I believe you. Like, I know because it happened many times in my life as well. Like, and the I don't know, the level of experiences, like even with your friends, you know, or loved ones, um, or the level of like a private relationship, you know, romantic relationship, everything is changed. It's changed completely. It's just like more intense, and you feel you can really like do stuff out of this world that we never been taught that. And I'm like
Wow.
still discovering all of that, and I can connect with people, souls that have passed away. That was something that I was gifted when I was a little girl too. That started, and I had that deep, intense experiences, and now I got back to this when I was
Wow.
at age when I was super young, innocent, yeah, and my pineal gland was still like clean,
Mhm.
not like, I mean, not that clean, but you know, cleaner than other kids.
Mhm.
Um, and you are more like capable of seeing these things when you are little. So,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you had that experience too. Have you ever seen something weird when you were a kid or experienced something that, do you remember even? Because some people don't
Yeah.
remember.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure it has, but I don't know. Can't think of anything specific, but I know
sure.
what you
No,
mean because I mean, you're a kid, you're a little more pure and all this, right? And then we grow up and things happen and we
yeah,
don't always make the best decisions and then things
yeah.
change.
And the intuition, sharp intuition has changed completely. Like I don't know, it's like you can scan you're sharp with everything. That's why I think I do so many things. Like I run so many just businesses to just help people to work
Hmm.
on health and help them as much as possible. I don't even know where I take all that time. It's just like I don't even know. Like if someone, how do I know that I don't know? Like that's my answer.
Wow. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna link all your information so that way people know how to get a hold of you. Was there any I know you work with clients. Was there any specific examples you wanted to share of someone that was able to someone you worked with that
Yeah,
was able to
yeah. Uh, so I just want to let you guys know. I think I love inspiring people on the wheelchair, quadriplegics, all these people with all these difficulties the most, all these
oh.
injuries. I went through that, and
Hmm.
also um, I have very already young clients that they were on the wheelchair for like 13 years, and they
Wow.
are back again.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I have like videos of especially one of them that because of his mom, she was doing amazing job. She's taking care of the baby the way we would suggest her to do it, you know, like I
Mhm.
would do it. I would do the same way she is following, but she's doing it fantastic. I actually don't even know if I would be capable of doing that because it's like devoting all your life to just like cleaning your baby, you know, basically, and healing the baby.
Mhm.
But the baby, the now it's like he's like an older boy already. He's a
Yeah.
big boy now. He's like 15, 14, something like that.
Hmm.
Um, and it took like maybe 2 years to see the progress. Actually, after a year, he was just basically a vegetable.
Wow.
Yeah, he was just like having all these like paralyzes all over the body, and his body started align and straightening and like coming back to the natural position as it should be. The bones started like adjusting. Amazing stuff.
That's amazing. That's just amazing.
I,
Wow.
yeah, I am like, whoa. And it's also, uh, of course, not counting people with cancer and things that you really can try nature first, like I would do if I were each and every one of you, because we experience an amazing healing in a clinic. Dr. Morse is experiencing amazing results.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the toe that he has helped to regrow.
Oh yeah, regrow the toe. Yeah, I've seen that.
And I always been like saying, like, if the cockroach can regrow their head, body parts, like seriously, like anything, why can't we?
It's you never know it's possible.
Right? We
Yeah.
all can do this, and I believe in a true regeneration. There were also people like with dementia, Hashimoto's, um, chronic fatigue syndromes. Oh my goodness, a lot of them. I
Wow.
hard even to bring someone. There was, oh my God, this is important too. Like uh, the ladies that can convince the babies, like that they have issues with like getting the reproductive system even ready for that process. Like they have no menstruation, where my menstruation actually got fixed.
Yeah.
And they don't ovulate, so they've been taught that they will never be able to have babies, and now they're having babies. So yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Like even like wrinkled skin, like gray hair, vision improvement, hearing improvement. Seriously.
Anything you can think of. It's just amazing what the body can do.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't even know what to bring up. What else?
Yeah.
The list is just like so long, but you
Yeah.
really can heal anything at any age and at any stage, because that's how powerful the alkaline energy is that's coming from fruit. Um, and you can really, and it's also spiritual approach. So some people think that it can fix something, and they still cannot, because they're not opening their heart and their spirit towards this. So
Yeah.
I'm also like working energetically on people. So I have like energy session with them, where I'm not a Reiki master. I don't even want to consider myself that way. I'm just like having ability to be a channel, a port, that getting that energy through me towards the healing others. And I believe everyone has that ability. We just need to discover that and heal ourselves to open up that door to have that power.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So do you have any I mean, is there anything else you'd like to mention while people are listening? Anything else you wanted to say while we have you here? I mean, it's been some great information.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So stop worrying about money, and they will come to you, because they're all worries will make not having this money, because you are worried too much. So stop worrying, and they will come to you in a natural way. So everybody that worry about money, stop worrying, and the money will come to you.
That's a great point.
Thank you. Just never give up. And you are a superhuman, all of you, each and every one of you. You just wanna like kind of like clean up yourself. It's like cleaning up that beautiful house. The house is beautiful. It's decorated. It's created by you. The way you wanted it to be, and all the mess that you created is just like a mess, and underneath is just beautiful, luxurious life. You know what I mean? Because it's you created your temple inside, right? So same as with your body, right? If you make a mess, clean it up. and you can open that door and have that fresher flow of the fresh air. It's like with the house opening your windows. So open that
Yeah.
windows and you have a new perspective and yeah, I think life is beautiful on this planet and the other lives are even more beautiful, you know? So like no fear, please. Like we shouldn't fear of anything. That's I think what I would end with.
Well, that's a beautiful thank you. Thank you for jumping
Thank
on here and talking with us today.
thank
Really
you
appreciate it.
for having me. That was
Yeah.
really so much pleasure. Thank you so much. Mahalo.